Anchor down. Halfway up, lengthen through the spine, lift the shoulders up towards the sky, keep your gaze down at those blocks or at the yoga mat. Lift the tailbone, drop the tailbone. Inhale, lift the tailbone, maybe lift your gaze this time, and tuck. Again, lift the gaze, lift the tailbone, scoop that heart way forward, get a nice open chest and round. From here, we're gonna reach through the crown of the head, through the heart, lifting up your tailbone, come up to kind of a standing position as you round. We're gonna come halfway down in that round, and again, chest and gaze and tailbone go up as you kind of stand up and you round. So I wanna make this a little more fluid. Go slow or speed it up. If you feel okay to do so, try it without the arms. Just creating that flexion and extension, kind of a Shakti wave of energy through your body. And stand tall as you reach. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Awesome. Put all the weight onto your left foot. Pick up your right knee. Spin through your ankle. Awesome. Keep hugging it in and towards the side of your body. So that hip, get a little bit more open. Hold on to the foot and open the knee. Nice. And release. Twist to the right. And release. Come back down, opposite foot. Make sure that the heel anchors down and the foot grabs your mat. Pick up your left knee. It's always the left leg, right? It's a little more wobbly. So hug in, spin through the ankle. Switch and go the other direction. I used to be able to look around when I do this. I can't do that anymore. Hold here. Hug it in towards your armpit. Nice. Hold on to the foot. And open the knee. Just keep the foot really flexed, especially through the big toe. Yeah, there it is. Beautiful. Release it. I know. And twist. Come back to center. Plant that foot back down onto the floor. Good. Bend the knees, Utkatasana. Arms alongside your body, drinking bird, picking up the heels. Drop the heels, swing the arms up, sit lower. Arms alongside the body, pick up the heels. Drop the heels as you reach. And arms alongside your body, pick up the heels. Standing tall. Forward fold, bend the knees as needed. Lengthen through the spine, come halfway up. Fold or hold. Inhale all the way to standing. Hands to your heart. One more of those, Utkatasana. Arms alongside the body, drinking bird. Drop the heels, lift the arms. Think of the heels and fingertips doing the 2-point pull. Arms alongside the body. Heels up, and last one. Exhale, drinking bird. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway up. And fold. Halfway up again, heel toe your feet out a little bit wider. Toes out, heels in. If you want, you can use a block. Come into a supported malasana. If you can, glide your elbows down towards your ankles. And then glide the elbows up. lifting up through the spine. So think of this as a cow posture. As you glide the elbows down, it's a cat posture. Inhale, glide the elbows up and back down. Nice. Release your left arm out, right hand down. Left arm on your left thigh, twist open. If you're comfortable to do so, take this left arm, wrap it behind your back. See if you can go for that right side of the waist, hip, or possibly the thigh. If you want, you can also bend that right arm. Work towards connection between the toes. Finish on an exhale. And come back down. And lift back up. Good. Extend the left arm. Right hand on the right thigh, twist open. And taking that right arm, wrapping it behind the back as an option. You can remain with the hand on the thigh if you'd prefer. And then maybe going for contact or a bind. These are just options. Go with what feels available to you in this moment. And how do we know? It's based on the breath. If the breath shortens and gets caught and is limited, back off that movement to a prior position. And return back with your hands at your heart center. Awesome. We're going to try floating our hips up off of the block. So make sure you have a distance that's going to be supportive. Sometimes wider is easier, sometimes more narrow is easier. It really just depends on which muscles in your hip and thigh are firing and which ones aren't. So make sure the toes are spread, even weight on the whole perimeter points of the feet as you hover and you sink. Hover and release. One more time, lift and release. Good, let's come all the way up with the hips. Heel toe the feet out a little bit more. Just maybe a little bit wider than your hips. Spread through the toes, bow forward. Even though we feel limitations, resistance, rigidity in the body, it's still whole and complete. So be patient. Come forward onto your hands. Pick up your heels. Stretch your toes as you bend your knees. And you kind of hinge at your hips, then drop your heels down and lift the hips up. Again, shift your weight into your hands. Pick up your heels. Bend your knees as you hinge at your hips, chest melts down. Then the heels come to the floor and the hips lift. Last one of those. Hands forward, pick up the toes, the heels onto the toes. Bend your knees, hinge at the hips, drop your heels, and fold. If you're okay to do so, place your hands on your hips in this forward fold. Another option, clasp the wrists, hand on opposite wrist or opposite elbow behind the back. Reverse namaste is an option, or a full Baddha Hasta. Engage the muscles of your hamstrings. If you have one leg that's dominant in its strain here, come halfway up or a little bit up away from the floor and then drag that heel back. And then try and fold back down. And it may completely erase the intensity of the stretch. Then if it switches legs,